Hello my lovely friends and welcome to this cosy reading vlog. Originally when I planned this video it was going to be a 24-hour readathon, however it didn't really end up being that way. It became more of just a bookish day with some autumn nature thrown in there too. I started off with some manga and I've actually not read that much manga this year. Last year I read loads. It's literally the only reason why my books read count was like at 150 books last year. It was mostly manga. This year I've been a little slower in my manga reading, but I wanted to try and read some more of Flying Witch this autumn. Now this manga, which is kind of like a slice of life but make it a witchy story, has kind of a more summery setting, but I really enjoyed binging 4 more volumes of this. Currently there are 13 volumes of this manga out. I got this great deal on eBay last year, so I own 12 of them, but I haven't read all of them yet. But after today I only have, I think it's 4 or is it 5, which is so much better than some of the other series that I am in the middle of. Let me show you some of the other books that I've been reading recently, and I've actually read a lot this month, but I'll hopefully share all the books that I've read and what I thought of them next week in a reading journal video, so I'll just do some brief thoughts today. I've been slowly making my way through the poems and short stories in the Hello Weird, but this was such a cover buy, but it is a brilliant read for this time of year. I'm not sure if I'm going to complete it this October or whether I'll just dip in and out of it kind of like every spooky season until it's finished. The other classic I'm currently reading is The Count of Monte Cristo. Yes, I am still reading this. I am about halfway through and I am enjoying it. However, I have kind of set this aside this month so I can focus on my spooky reads, which includes my reread and rewatch of Lockwood & Co. Gosh, I love this book series. It's just so much fun. It's about teenagers who fight this epidemic of ghosts basically, and I just love it. I read this for the first time, I think it was 2 years ago. So I was in need of a reread and it's just not disappointing. Neither did A Dark and Secret Magic. This is a cozy, witchy fantasy, but with some pretty high stakes and death magic. It was certainly my cup of tea. I flew through it in a single sitting and absolutely loved it. Which is good, as the last witchy cozy fantasy I read, I really didn't. This book was a shame. I thought it would be my cup of tea. It wasn't, and I'll say no more. You have just seen me read these mangas, and you'll also see me read later in the vlog, The Harp of the Kings by Juliet Marillier. I won't spoil my feelings too much about that, but just know that I quickly ordered the second book in the same series from the library and I just devoured it in like 3 days. I have read 3 books by Juliet Marillier this October and I really like her writing style. I am definitely a fan. As I said, I have other books that I enjoyed this October, but I'll talk about them hopefully next week or the week after. I've been doing a bit of a reading challenge for the first time and I'm going to read and journal about it and show you how I got on. after coming back home, I did decide to play some Animal Crossing for a bit, as I didn't feel like jumping straight back into reading just yet. I then finished reading The Harp of the Kings by Juliette Marillier, and gosh, I loved it. At first I wasn't sure about this one. It felt kind of almost a little rushed at the beginning, whilst the pace overall was quite slow, so I wasn't quite sure about it. Then I kind of passed that 100-page mark and got so absorbed into this world of folklore and Irish history that I didn't want to put it down. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it.